That's the end of the show, guys. See you next week. Bye for now. Just joking. G'day, everybody. How are we all? G'day, Dwight. You're early. Sorry, buddy. No cookies. I didn't get up the road yet. Mystic, how are you? And hello to anyone else that's in the background lurking. Hopefully everybody's fine. I think everybody's out having a good time since you guys up in the Northern Hemisphere have got longer days. G'day, Stormy. How are you? Nice to see you in here. Don't know what I'm going to do for today's chat show. I am going to try to do it for roughly about an hour today. Connie, how are you? Nice to see you. I'm going to do something. Trayman, hello. Robin, how are you? Nice to see you in here. From up north. A little bit cold down here today, but what I am going to do, I've got work to do outside today. Thomas, Split Rock, how are you? I've got plenty of things to do today I have to get done. I've got to do some work on the car. Well, I've got safety inspection to do on my car to re-register it this week. I found there's a little bit of a problem, so I've got to try to see if I can fix it. But I've got to clean it, wash it, and whatnot for an inspection. And then get back onto the layout. I am going to have an update video on the layout this week. I've been working on the upper portion. I put the tracks pretty much in a place. I still got to put the drop feeder wires in to where the tracks are laying now. I know exactly where to put the drill the holes for the feeder wires. Turnouts all been labelled. I will show that all to you guys in the update during the week. It should be out Tuesday my time, or that'll make it Monday night your time. G'day, Kyle Stevens. Nice to see you in here, mate. Yeah, it looks like you got the night off, or you at work. I'm glad that you enjoyed the video there, Robin. Some of my videos and pictures of the past. Looking, party. Yeah, I am trying to warm up. It's damn cold down here today. It's yeah, look, I've got the warm jacket on, even though I've got the heater on. I've got to go outside waiting for the sun to warm the ground up a bit. Saturday, Sunday. Oh, that's good, mate. That's good. We're so I'm making progress with it, with the layout, with the top section. I'll put the magnets and some of the electronic or electric uncouplers for the KDs. So everything's pretty much in. G'day, Boxcar Jerry. How are you, bud? So the board's been painted up and all ready to go. The colour came up pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it, the way it's turning out. So I'm hoping to have, in between all the appointments, this week's going to be crazy, another one of those crazy weeks for me. I've got to do a couple of trips to Sydney this week, so I've got to try to squeeze in what I can during the week. I might have a bit of time to finish it off outside tomorrow, go inside and put the beams into place. Bring them on. Marty, how are you? And once I get that in, I'm going to start working on the next part of the project. I'm trying to get the main lines up and running by mid-August, and have some trains running continuously. We'll just have to see how things go. Because as some of you guys are aware from last week, I am going in for another operation mid-late August on my left shoulder again. So I want to get as much done as I possibly can so I can sit back and enjoy it. While I'm recovering, I can see what problems there are on the layout where I can actually change things and modify things on the tracks. I mean, before I do the scenery. G'day, Richard. How are you, buddy? I said I was going to come around to your place today, but I'm not going to need to. It's been funny. I bought a whole heap of track joiners and insulated joiners, and I'm trying to put all the sections together. And I put the package somewhere safe, and you think I can find it? I cannot find it anywhere in the house. They're gone. They're missing. And I can guarantee you they're going to pop up like everything else when you least expect it. Oh, here he is.
Hello.
How are you, Richard?
What's going on?
Oh, mate, look, you had a shower too. Boy.
Oh.
Man.
All right. The internet. Oh, we still have internet, right?
Yeah, we still have Yeah,
Right.
just yeah. I'm not going to come around. I've got to get a few things done here. I need to get 2 packets of isolated joiners. I'm going to get them up at Sydney this week. Yeah, that's the way. That's what it usually happens, Marty. I found all the ones like the metal joiners. I found them all.
Yeah.
But the insulator ones, because you know how I'm trying to set everything up for doing all the blocks and that, and particularly for my automation, I want to have it all set up so I know how to drill the hole, where to drill the holes and that. But I managed to get away with it for the main section. So, oh no. Hopefully, you better have some more warm, bloody weather to send down to us, Robin.
I'm wrapped up in a blanket at the moment. It's freezing up here.
Well, you can keep it. See ya. Bye. Joking.
Yeah, I love you too, Artie.
Yeah, I know you do. I try to be in a good mood today.
Hi, Richard.
Hey, how you going, Robin?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Well, we can blame this guy here because it's all coming from the south. Actually, no, it's actually coming from the west, from the southwest. It's coming from. So
I don't care where it's coming from; they can keep it.
Well, I was up in Town yesterday, and it's freaking freezing.
As you guys can see in the background there, like there's a door to go to the back, and the usual routine is the rat will come down to the bottom corner and open up the door so I can go out. I'll open up the little door, the side door and the back door. She got up and it's like, no, I'm not going out there. It's too cold. She came and zoomed me straight back inside, and she's plunked herself in front of the heater. You know it's cold when an animal that's got, nice, fully fluffy, warm coat plunks herself in front of the heater. You know it's cold. And the worst thing is we don't have the snow. But yeah, I found out yesterday I went to get some tyres changed, and my right strut on the cars are gone on the car, so I've got to get that sorted out tomorrow. So it's going to be an expensive week. But yeah, as I said, the layout's coming along. After I get the car prepared for the inspection, I'm going to try it. Hopefully it's going to warm up. I'm going to do the drop feeds. If not, I've got to cover it up because I'm expecting some winds and rains in the next couple of days. You know that, Richard?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And I don't know if I showed it during the week or on Cab Crew Wednesday. I've got the two sections of the top layer. I've actually got it bolted together, so it's not undercover. So I really got to tarp it down because I know we are getting rain Wednesday night, Thursday. So I really got to make sure it's waterproof so no water comes to it. But I will have the update. I don't know if everybody has seen any of Anthony's videos. He looks like he's having a rip of a time over in Europe, in Germany and Switzerland, and all around his adventures, both him and Joyce. What's that? You have an internet. You having internet problems too, Richard?
Yeah, hang on a sec.
We were having a little bit down here just before I started. I mean, my bandwidth was playing up this morning just before 10 minutes before the show. I thought, oh no, here we go.
If I disconnect and reconnect, it comes good. I don't know why it does that.
Well, I had to do the same thing. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I haven't seen any of them working around in the area. But yeah, the internet in this area has been crazy this last week. So what project are you working on there, Richard? You're doing another bit of kit bashing there, are you?
Canadian, eh?
You're Canadian. Oh, your brother messed it up, I gather. You're fixing that for your brother?
Yeah, of course, because he's got no idea. So it's having a bit of motor issues, and found some better wheels for it too. So I'm going to put some of these nickel-coated wheels on, replacing the original steel ones, because you can clean them up and polish them up pretty good, but yeah, the nickel ones are better, so that's a bit of an upgrade.
Is that an Athern one, is it? Is that an Athern one?
It's an Athern one, yeah.
Is it the old Athern or the new
Athern? Oh, here's the rest of it.
Hang on,
just it's look. The blue box.
The blue box? Just look. You want to convert? You want to convert it to a new one? You want to change the motor over? I've got the most spare motor here. Hey. So, because you guys are setting up for DCC, aren't you?
Actually, yeah, this motor's a bit tired. It probably. Well, we are, but that's the long-term way off.
Well, if you want, I've got a spare mech that you can actually swap around. And it's already got that's ready for DCC. I'll go and get it. Give me a sec.
Well, like an ape indicator on or something. Ape.
He's gone.
Oh, bloody hell. Sorry. Internet.
Do you just do repairs all the time, or you?
Yeah. Mainly, yeah. That's what keeps me going, doing repairs and upgrades and painting and yeah, that's what I like to do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't mind some of those older models. They're easy to get the bodies off, eh? Some of them are really hard, the modern ones.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's cheaper for me, you know, instead of buying a new one, I might as well repair what I've got, you know.
Yeah. Recycle. And it's cheaper.
Yeah, well, like some of the models I've built, people go, "Where'd you get that from?" I said, "Well, I built it." Oh wow, I've never seen one like that. And I said, well, "Yeah." Like my Australian models, like I built a set of Tulloch cars, like for the South Coast Daylight Express. and stuff like that. And yeah, a lot of New South Wales government railway stuff I've built, which is new, unique. Well, I haven't seen anyone else build one, so well, bugger it, I'll build one, you know.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
So, yeah.
That's what I like about what I do, because there's not much available, or there wasn't in N scale. So whatever I want, I just make.
No,
Yeah.
sorry, mate. It's
And
not
it's all
here.
New South Wales and national now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't know where it's gone. It's not in the box.
No, that's all right, mate.
Yeah, I thought because I know I bought four spare ones that I'm swapping over gradually. Just grabbed what they were.
What sort of motors are they?
They're the Athearn ones, but they've already got the circuit board on them.
Yeah, right.
Like, you know, where you got the metal strip over the top. They've actually got the DCC plugs and boards up on top. You can either use the 8-pin or you can put a 9-pin in it. Well, like with a lot of the soundtracks and all the other ones, you pull the plug out and you actually plug straight into it. I've done that to some of the new Athearn ones. So how you been, Robin? What have you been working on?
Yeah, busy doing some buildings and finishing off some wagons, and that World Trade Center. Whose idea was that? Oh God, that's becoming a major work. Oh dear. There's two towers. They're a meter high, so I can't do them to scale, because even in N scale they're like 2.5 meters in reality. A bit too much. If I put that on the end of the layout, I think the layout would fall over.
Yeah, that's nearly.
But they're looking good. Painting them has been a bit of a problem to try and get that really nice aluminium sort of finish. You know, that really glossy
metallic type of look on it. Yeah.
And the cold weather's not helping. Nothing's drying quickly.
Well,
actually, this type of weather was probably good for painting.
Sorry, Richard?
To a degree.
Well,
this type of weather is probably good for painting models. It's probably,
I don't know. Well, the paint that I used because when Robin and I spoke on the phone, when was that? Wednesday, wasn't it, Robin?
Yep.
Yeah, Wednesday my time. I mean, I painted that one section of the layout, and while we're talking on the phone, I got one coat dried up pretty much within about 10-15 minutes, and then I put the other coat on, and by the time I hung up the phone and finished the conversation, it was already dried. I put the tarpaulin over it to protect it from the evening dew and that, and looked good. Problem is underneath I'll show you what my back is like under the awning. With the amount of moisture and humidity we had, it's been getting trapped underneath the awning, and the condensation's hitting up on the tin.
Yeah, my shed.
On the shed, yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Because I painted these parts for the first tower in the morning, and I went down in the afternoon, and I thought, oh, gee, they look all right. Oh, they're still wet.
Yeah, well, when you want to do... G'day, CSX Productions, and Lehi, welcome, guys. I've learned, particularly this time of the year, if you're going to want something with a good quality paintwork, put it in a dry spot and then just don't touch it for 24 hours, at least 24 hours. And even then, it takes...
I'm the typical sign writer, though. You know, from in my trade, every time you did something, you want to dry in a few minutes. Yeah, and the acrylic lacquers, the automotive acrylic lacquers that I use for the other models, that dries really fast. But this time around, to get the effect, I'm using rattle cans and and they're supposed to dry in 5 minutes, but yeah, not happening.
Well, see, this is a misconception with them. Like they say, it dries.
Not cured. I know that.
Yeah,
there's a difference. I know.
Dry, but it's not cured. I mean, you put some pressure on it, you'll leave your fingerprints on it.
I don't like rattler cans. Never have.
Well, most of mine, I've got to admit, I've been a bad boy lately because I have been doing a fair bit of mine model painting with the rattle cans. It's just been easier. Plus, to me, it's got a nice big range of colours. They're very close, not exact, but they're close to the colour scheme that I want. So it's worked out reasonably good.
Yeah, I'm a bit fussy with some of the New South Wales stuff. You've got to get it pretty close.
Yeah.
So I just go down to an automotive place and take down the artwork, get their colour charts and do eye matching, and yeah, that works.
G'day, Lee. How are you? You're up late.
All my New South Wales government railway stuff I've painted with Tamir, and it's pretty close.
Yeah. The colours for the National Rail, the NRs that I did, that's standard colour, so that was easy to get.
Yeah.
But you would know that Tuscan is an interesting beast, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's a fugitive colour. I mean, it's the sort of thing that we used to use in sign writing because you knew it would fade within 12 months. You'd go out and re-sign write it.
Yeah, but it's the same as Indian red, and here's a good colour. Post office red. Right.
You reckon?
You know how many different shades of post office red there is? There's 25 different shades of post office red. Because I used to do the.
Well, that's interesting, Adi, because when I've painted candy many times, I've used the X7 or Ferrari red from Tamiya.
Yeah.
And that's always been pretty close, but sometimes I must have got a bit odd or something sometimes, and it's gone flat coloured, and it hasn't really looked like the right red for the candy.
Red is the red is a real pain in the backside colour to work with, because I've like with my trucks, I used to stick with post office red, and I didn't know there was actually. When I went up to my automated paint guy up over the hill here in Untitled, I went, I'm after post office red. And he goes, oh, what shade do you want it in? And I'm going, post office red. And he goes, there's 25 different shades of post office red. And I'm like, you're kidding me? And he goes, no. I did get one post office red from another paint dealer, and it was more like a brown than a red. So I end up working that. It's is it Wattle red that I use as a post office red?
Hang on.
Yeah, there's millions of colours.
X7 red, flat red, and they're virtually. Sorry about the light, but yeah, they're virtually. What am I in front of?
Yeah, you can see the
they're
difference.
Virtually identical. Yeah. And, I've even got another shade up here.
Yeah. All right, well, you try to have a good night's sleep, buddy.
Nah, it's made a lot of it. But yeah, that's what I mean. All different colours of red. I mean, yeah.
That's very true too, Connie. Sometimes the prime and base colour can change. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, okay, that's probably one thing that's probably stuffed me up too. Was the primer.
Yeah, because see, since I've got this hard drive hooked up, let me see if I can find the let me see if I can find a photo of one of my trucks that I had. Might be in this one here. And the when I painted my trailer, it actually came out more brown than what it did red on the axles. Man, you won't believe it. I had it here a little while ago.
That's a normal grey primer. I have got some of this crap too.
I normally go with the grey.
That's a white primer.
I normally go with the grey or white. Like custom painting an engine that's faded wouldn't be better start with a colour close to the faded colour. I think so.
It's all trial and error, but
yeah. That's why it pays to get some old rolling stock, like old carriages, and experiment with those to get you the right shade. And that's what I do with a lot of my stuff.
You don't have a lot of choice now because, and certainly from experience, over the years we were able to buy what they classified as pigmented paint, so the colours were pretty accurate. But now everything's tinted, so they are all somewhat transparent. And I've got some sheets of plastic down the back that I spray with the primer and then put the colour over to figure out whether it's going to work or not. Because, you might get exactly the right colour tinted up, and then when you put it on a dark grey primer or a mid-grey primer, it just doesn't come out right.
No.
So I do experiment, like you said, Artie, and I know it's a bit of a pain, but somebody thought I was doing some art on this bit of plastic, but it's not. It's just airbrushing colours just to see if I can get it.
Just trying to get the colours right.
Yeah. Some of the Tamiya stuff's pretty good, but when you thin it down a little bit, it becomes a bit more transparent too.
Yeah.
I liked it when you used to just be able to go down and buy a particular colour and it was pigmented and it worked, especially like in my trade. We never really had too many troubles, but now a bit different. And everything, even the darkest colours now, are tinted off what they call a clear base. And boy, doesn't that make it hard.
You see, if you have a look at this, you see, this is a picture of the truck when I redone the trailer, and you can see, like I redone the hubs. They used to be black, but I undercoated everything in a light colour, and I was trying to match it to the red that's on the chassis. But it's not very red. It leans more towards the brown than what it does to the red. It just, okay, it's hard to see it in the photo, but it's not very red at all.
But if you painted white first and then put the red on, you'd probably be amazed how it pops.
Yeah, well, so I used a very, very light grey undercoat for it. But what I did do, I did sandblast all the old paint on it, because it originally used to be black, but I managed to sandblast it down to what do you call it, back to bare metal. So I had to undercoat it, and I'll use the what's his name, the right undercoat, because I know if you put dark on it, wouldn't turn out right. But I wasn't happy with it. It got me out of the shop, or it got me out of. Sometimes a brown works as a base for a darker red. Yeah, maybe, and a silver for a shiny red. Okay, that's interesting, Connie. I'll have to remember that. Because I know when I do the... Let me see if I can dig it up. I should be able to dig it up over here. When I did my truck trailers, I used that chrome paint that you can get. Oh, here she is. I got that chrome paint, and what I did was I experimented with oh, come on, settle down here. Okay. Here you go. Here's some pictures. I use the let me just get it up. I use the base undercoat that I had from the manufacturer. That was the base that I used from the manufacturer of that paint, and it came up reasonably good.
Yeah, it looks all right, Artie.
Yeah, but I managed to get it even shinier. That's aluminium. That's actually aluminium. That was our aluminium color. And that's still the same trailer. There is just use different cabs.
That looks funny.
Yeah. I just try to find the you like that, guys?
I think that's really cool.
Well, those are this is the colour scheme on what's going to paint my truck, Robin. I was all ready to paint it up and whatnot. That's the colour scheme I was going for.
You know what that looks like?
What?
That looks like the model that I did for my hobby shop in Sydney.
Oh,
it's exactly the same.
Same colours, similar colours. So it's just different cabs. I still got them, and they're all packed away. I'm just trying to find the B double setup with the tippers, and you can see that's an AB triple.
Wow.
Um,
So did you buy them, or did you make those trailers?
They're kits. They were kits. There was a guy in not Bargo, Moreland that was doing them. He's not doing them anymore. He did modify the trailers on them. They are based off the Herpa. These are the Herpa models. Yeah, the Herpa models.
Yep.
I don't know where he got the file for the cab, but the cab's pretty accurate.
Oh, they're 3D printed, are they?
They're 3D printed. Yeah, they're resin printed.
Ooh, interesting.
He doesn't do them anymore. I'd like to be able to get. And there's another road train B double set up. Normal 40-foot trailer with a B double set up at the back. I'm just trying to find my tippers. They'll be in here somewhere. And I'm just playing with the cabs because the way I've done it, I haven't glued the cabs down on the prime mover because I can swap the cabs around, as you can see here. All I've done is just swap the cabs around. Actually, this is one of my old colour schemes on that blue and silver. And that one there. Now, this is supposed to be based on the Jolly Transport and Heggy's Transport from down here. I don't know if you remember seeing Heggy's Transport when they had the blue stripes on the side of them, Robin.
Yeah.
And they had their. No,
That's
there's
going back a long time ago, Artie.
yeah. That's what they were supposed to be. Let me just stop sharing. I'll just. That sounds like your brother.
That's me, brother. I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah.
Oh. Let's go back.
So I've been asked to do a model for a guy of a
Here they
VW.
are. Yeah.
And it's hard to do that. Front trailer's got like a little hookup set up at the back. So
Yeah,
trying to get some photos on it.
Yeah, they're actually dropped. Where they hooked up. Let me just get this picture up. Sorry, I haven't been able to see the chat. No, what am I up to? Sorry, I am a bit slow today. Now, you'll see the difference in this one here of the different colour. How the difference in the shade of the colour is. Now, see the front there. That front there, you see how shiny it come up? I used a normal gloss black from the automatic gloss paint or what you buy at your normal hardware store. And then I used, and that's a chrome. That's basically a chrome color. Now the one at the behind it, you'll see the difference in the shine. That was actually done in aluminium using the company's undercoat. See the difference in it? Now I worked out how I can do if I do my stainless steel cars, how I can actually do it. And that's not even polished. That's not even polished, that one. Let's see if I can get a closer.
There's a couple of things you can get from craft shops. Silver leaf, and it's not really true gold leaf, but it's like a metal foil.
Yeah.
I bought some of that thinking I might try it. But I think it's probably a bit like what you've got there, probably just a tad too chrome.
Yeah, well, I try to get a shiny finish. It worked out all right, but here's another one on the trailers. That's an aluminium. That's the aluminium finish.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, that one's come up good. No, that one came up pretty good, really, really good. I've just got to get him to work as I've got to do some work on him later on down the track. Because I actually using this to do as a coal truck, like the coal trucks we used to have running around here in Wollongong.
Okay.
It's been used on grain and other facilities, but I do want to make them so they actually go up. They hasn't got a hoist in it and hasn't got a pivoting point at the back.
Yeah, doing up in the old Heckey's colours, Artie. That'd look all
right. Yeah. I did do the artwork for the stickers for it, or the decals that goes on the side of it. Let's see. Let me just close. Let me just stop sharing that. I'll show the people what we mean by Heggie's colours. Yes, I would. Dwight. Let me see. I do have. Okay.
Curly Express has just mentioned that would you use a primer on styrene? Yes, I would.
Yeah.
The problem that I found with styrene is if you don't put a primer on it, sometimes the paint doesn't stick to it, and you just end up with all sorts of strife. When I do a styrene pattern, I usually wash it with some detergent, just plain detergent and water, and let it dry, and then prime it, and then usually 2 top coats.
That's your Higgins cover scoop. See, I got the red down on the bottom around the guards.
Oh yeah.
Then you have
guys, I'll be back.
That's the basic colour scheme than what they went through. They always had the red around the guard and underneath the cab on the Kenworths. Then they had the blue stripe with the Higgies on the bottom. Now this is Kevin. He's not doing too well. He's just been putting. He's not very good. He's having problems with his legs. The guy that's in the brown there. I think he's only got probably about another 12 months left in him if it's that, 2 years. But as it was done at one of the actually, I'm trying to figure out. That's I think it's done down here at Tarawara. Train man, that's not me. That's not me. Trust me, that's not me. There's a work colleague of mine. But I got this photo. It's actually not my photo. I got it off the. No, that's not even me in the leather jacket. No, they're like a denim sort of material that we wore back then. Actually, that was the days when we actually used to be able to go to steelworks and work with working shorts. G'day, Tammy. How are you, darling?
Oh, geez, you wouldn't get that these days, Artie.
Oh no, they wouldn't even. You're not allowed to leave the cab of the truck now if you're in shorts. Thank you, Dwight. That's too skinny. No, wrong one. That's too skinny for Artie. Dwight knows me well. Let's see if I can find. Let me see if I can find some of the older colours. Well, I wasn't always big. I mean, big.
Isn't it amazing? No one ever rings me, but they did today.
What? Actually, here's a good photo of one of the trucks. Looks like. Let me get back. Let me get it back up.
You don't have any on here today.
No, it's pretty quiet. Well, it is summer over there at the moment. There's a good photo of loading up. Right. See how they always had red around the
the guards.
Around the guards. And the bins.
That's an interesting color red.
I'm trying to figure that out. I mean, it almost looks like it's Appen. It almost looks like it's up at the Appen pit.
That's too clean. That's too clean to be in the Appen pit.
But I'm just going by what's up behind it. Unless it's it couldn't be Westcliff. No, it couldn't be Westcliff.
It might be.
But it looks more like Appen because you see in the up behind it, you got that bend up around behind it. Fenders, they actually, here's an interesting one for you, Dave. They did actually, Mac and Volvo, they both made a prime mover that actually ran on methane gas that came out of the coal mines. They did all right, but I don't know, for some reason they stopped using them. There is another. Now, a lot of this coal here, now I've got split rock here, some in the background. Now, if you guys seen some of my earlier streams when I first started, and I done that tour when Anthony first started becoming my co-host. Now, a lot of these trucks used to go up to that drift, where they used to dump the coal into on up on top of the mountain, and he used to go down the slide in the conveyor and met the trains down below. And then the trains would actually take it into the steelworks. So that's one of the reasons. Yeah. We do have trucks running LPG, but these were actually diesel trucks converted to methane. They actually got more horsepower running on methane than LPG. Different characteristics of the gases. Yeah, let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can find another one. Oh, here's a good old classic. Here's a good old classic. Oh, okay. Let me bring back.
I have to cut this short. You got to go wire up some point motor switches.
Yeah, all right. I'm only going to be in here for another 10 minutes myself because I've got to get some stuff done here too. Yeah. Just going to show this. So this will bring back memories to you. Yeah. That's the original color. There's an old Kenworth day cab. Now this truck is older than you, Richard.
All right.
This truck is older than you. This down
older
at Canberra.
Than me.
Yeah, I believe that's in Canberra Grange. Yeah, that's in Canberra Grange. See how they got the red underneath the door? Now that's what they used around here. And here's another one, the Max. This is in it's up at Spring Hill, this one. When they had Spring Hill Depot. That building is all gone now. And that was their general haulage. See how they had the red underneath the step and the guards around the headlights? That's where I got the colour scheme on those other trucks that you seen that I've painted up. It's all prepared, ready to be painted up in those colour schemes. Okay. Now, interesting fact, this trailer here is what we called at the time a convertible. And the term about a convertible was it actually had a hoist in it that lifts stuff off the floor and then goes into a tipper or the American dump truck. There's me working. See, I've always had a gut. See, there's me. I do have a gut. Yeah. I don't think there is a skinny. I don't think there is a skinny photo of me, or there is, but I would have been about 6 years old when I was skinny. Oh yeah, happy Father's Day to all the American dads. Hopefully you guys get lots and lots of presents for Father's Day. And if you guys played it smartly, you guys could have had 2 Father's Days because there's a Father's Day here during the summertime in Australia when in the warmer months. So you guys could have 2. Yeah, we do have international cabos here still, and we still use a lot of cabos here too because of the length restrictions. The bigger the bins they have, the bodies they have, the more freight they can get on. So that's why we still got cabos. Plus, around in the cities, you need a cab over to get around some of those tight streets. I do have some kits. I don't know how I'm going to replicate those cabs. I do want to go up the hill here. There, I found an SAR Kenworth. Getting the measurements off it to see how high it sits up off the well, you got the W models that Athens got. SAR sit a little bit higher, but the cab's a little bit further forward too. So I want to get some measurements off it before it goes, because it's hard to find an old SAR. There's the truck drivers that knows their Kenworths and know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about SAR. They actually have the sloped hood or bonnet on the front of them. So that's the one I'm want to get the measurements of. So when I get another 3D printer, I want to be able to print them out. At least print out the mods for it. So your brother's nagging you to go over there and work on his layout, is he?
It's more my old man. He wants me to wire up point motor switches. So I'm going to go do that. But if you need anything, just give me a call, Artie.
Yeah, well, I'm going
to.
Yeah, I don't want to go too far away with that, the way that strut is, because it's got about that much of a movement in it. I can get it down in mechanics, but I don't want to drive around too much. And the roads are crap going down to where you are.
Yeah, that's true. But so if you're really desperate for these isolated plates, I'll have a look and see what's there, and I'll drop them off to you if you like.
No, I'm not desperate, because what I'm going to do now is I'm just looking at the clouds outside. What I think I might do is I might just wrap it up outside and protect it from the weather that's going to be changed later on this afternoon, because we're going to get some nasty winds and that. So I'm going to prepare everything so it's set. And when it clears up right in a week, I'll get back into it.
Yeah.
I mean, I still got plenty of preparation and work to do inside, so I'll work on that when I'm done. So thanks for coming up, Richard.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
All right, take care. Say good night, brother, and your dad.
See you, Richard.
Yeah.
See you, mate.
Oh, Beck says hi too. Yeah, all right. See you. All right, take it easy, guys.
See ya.
So when you see, there is difference in what you use as undercoat to bring up the shine in a certain way. That's right, as Connie was saying. Like originally, the way what we started with the conversation is when I showed the two difference in the shine between the aluminiums and the chrome, using two different types of undercoat. Okay, Trey, man. Good night, buddy. Take care. Oh, here he is. He turns up just as... Oh, he's not. Oh, here he is. He's turning up for the last 5 minutes.
Hi, Randall.
Hey, Artie. Hello, Robin.
Oh, yeah.
I can't stay on too long. I'm up here at Wynn waiting on a train. This northbound is waiting right now. So, but
yeah.
Oh, well, look at that.
Look at the sunrise.
Oh.
Actually, sunset.
Yeah.
It's almost 8 o'clock here.
It looks like a sunrise from here. It is on the east, and I'm looking over the east. Or west of you. I'm doing all right, Tammy. I've been actually pretty busy outside working on the layout. I've got to do a few other things now. Only going to be for about another 4 minutes. I'm going to head off myself. So yeah, I've just got to get these things done.
I'll show you how close I am. So
That's a really nice shot. That's a nice shot. I need to get more of those engines.
Yeah, I'm basically about 6 or 7 feet from the tracks. So, because right there's main one. Let's see. I think this is main one, and this would be the siding where the train's sitting. So,
how many locos are in that?
These are the rear DPs. There's 3 on this train. There's 2 on the head end. So they run 5 engines on these loaded coal trains here.
Goodness.
Not 9 hour stream this time, Marty. Sorry, buddy. Yeah.
And these trains are about 100. I've asked the crews how long they were. They say they average about 140 to 100. Let's see. Said anywhere from 135 to 150 cars. What we're looking at as far as the number of cars.
No crap! I'm going to have to make some more wagons.
Where you going to run?
On the detector, they'll average 570 axles. So.
I've been making 30 wagons of most of the ones I'm doing for my layout. And I think they're going to be not fitting on the layout.
The new Madrid trains, which is, believe it or not, that's one I'm actually waiting on, is a train out of New Madrid, Missouri. But when they come back north, they come up through the Thayer subdivision. But those trains are a little bit longer than your, I guess you want to call it typical BNSF coal train. But
so that train that you're looking at now, is that just sort of stuck in that siding, or is it?
Yeah, they're waiting. This is a single track CTC line. So whoops.
So are they waiting for the other train?
Yeah,
or?
They are waiting for the train I'm actually waiting on, I think. So.
Good night, Tammy. Have a good night, darling. We'll catch up to you soon, darling. And hopefully young Ray's not messing around too much with the cute witch. No, it's all right. You got to see that video. They should put it up. Yeah. So, but Robin, if you're going to model the South Coast line, 30 to 40 carriages, that's enough for down here.
Yeah. Have you seen some of the container trains down here, or in Sydney, far out?
Well, so your average on a South Coast line about 30, 40, and they're about 40 odd carriages long now with the coal trains. They have made the passing loops longer.
Got enough of them. But the container trains are longer, aren't they?
Yeah. But now what they've done in Sydney, they've actually created a dedicated line for them, so they're not interfering with the passenger train movements. The only line that hasn't got it, only section that hasn't got a dedicated freight line is the line that goes over the Blue Mountains. But now from Hornsby down along the Panda Hills line and the main south line that takes you through to Campbelltown, they've actually got a dedicated track from Menangle, from basically from Campbelltown, not Campbelltown. What's the next one up? Macquarie, a big shopping centre, Macquarie Plaza, or whatever you call it. MacArthur. From MacArthur all the way into Clyde area, they actually now got a dedicated freight line.
That's what they had to do in Brisbane with coal trains that come down from up in the range. So we've got a dedicated line there now.
They're now doing a passing loop between Just can't think of the name of that race course just out of Liverpool. Warwick Farm.
Okay.
From Warwick Farm all the way to Cabramatta almost, they're actually putting in another passing loop because the distance from between the passing loops too great. But those container trains are nearly 60, 70 cars long when they travel on these roads. The one that goes to Perth is a bit longer, but they make it longer when it gets to in Adelaide.
Yeah.
They get
Hey
much
Randall,
later.
can you get on the 2-way and tell that train to hurry up? I want to see what it is.
It'll be an empty. It'll actually be the empty coal train. It'll basically be the same as this one, only northbound. But they're pretty much at the mercy of the dispatchers. So,
Okay.
plus since they're running empty, they probably only got about 2 of their 5 motors running. So,
well, you can always recreate the movie again of Runaway.
I think this is really cool. Right?
Yeah, that was actually on TV about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Yeah. I believe that was based on the Runaway. Is this Runaway CS6 engine that Runaway on them? But yeah. Anyway, I'm going to call it quits. Robin and Robin and Randall, I'll just put you two in the basement for a bit.
all right.
Don't run away, Robin. Okay, guys. I'm calling this making it a bit early show today because I do have things to do. I'm going to thank everybody for joining in. I will be back on next weekend. Hopefully, we have more to show. Really appreciate you guys have been all in here and supporting each other. So, the dads in the US have a good Father's Day. Mums, don't give them a hard time. So, have fun. Stay safe. And see you guys all next week. Bye for now.